Hey guys, it's Leo. Giving my field report for day one in my 4-day campaign. Um, I'm definitely feeling fatigued. I don't know if it's approach fatigue or judgment fatigue or what, but I'm about ready for bed. I'll be honest. Try to remember the events in order and every detail that I can, but I'll be honest with you. I may forget some stuff, but at least I'll try to remember the important interactions. Um, and then to kind of give you like a background of what happened before I went out to game. I don't know if that might have something to do with my night. Um, well, tried to no fap thing. Lasted about a week, and then today I fapped. So then I went and slept with one of my non-pickup friends. Well, one of the girls that I have known since before pickup. Um, and then got into almost a violent altercation because apparently I cut some dude off in a McDonald's drive-thru. So that was interesting. Um, anyways, I didn't have the. At first, I didn't want to go out. I was feeling tired. I was making excuses for myself. I guess going back to my normal default emotions. And then my good buddy Ashir, shout out to Ashir, got us another successful pull today. Congrats, homie. Texted me and basically gave me the motivation to go out, even though it was only like, what time are you going to be there? And, you know, small talk, you know. But it helped. It got my ass ready and out of the house, so, you know, it helped. And then get there, go downtown, go to View House, which which wasn't as packed as it was last week. In fact, it was quite empty. Didn't really start approaching until I met Ashir, who was already working on a set of two. And so, you know, I got on the set with him. And then I didn't start approaching on my own. I mean, I continued to approach with Ashir for a couple sets. And then I built up the momentum to actually start approaching on my own. I mean, we were working together for the most part, but then we would split up and kind of work our own sets. My interactions, they went okay, I guess. I mean, I was kind of just forcing myself to approach. There was a few times where a few girls actually approached me, like, you know, in a friendly way, which was weird. Though I have been practicing smiling because I've been told I don't smile that often, and apparently that's very important. So I approached some girls, you know, started with the small talk, the usual, you know, gave an opener, and then tried to swing through the pull or the swing through the opener. And I was actually getting more physical contact, like I was touching them more, like on their back and stuff, and they weren't pulling back at all, which I think is a good thing. Though I didn't get any pulls today. So one chick in particular, she actually, like, she was crossing my path and she said hi, and then we just, you know, started talking after that. And then she bought me a shot, which I normally don't drink when I approach, when I'm gaming, but, you know, I'm not going to be rude and turn down a drink, right? Gun to my head. And then, I mean, started talking, you know, I started getting physical with her, touching her and stuff, and like hugging her, and she didn't pull back, though she did tell me she was engaged. And then we were talking about that for a little bit, which I'm not sure is a good thing. Though I did I realized that she was kind of giving me a shit test, because she kind of wanted to know how congruent my behavior was with yeah, you know what I mean. Um, and I feel like I passed it because when she brought up her engagement and, we talked about that, I was like, well, that's awesome. Good for you. I'm glad, shit like that. And, yeah, from there, pretty much just danced a little bit. And then, though none of them would let me get past the opener because they would either, like, ignore me. Like, I would say it loud enough so I know they would hear it, but they wouldn't look my way. Or they wouldn't face my direction. And then, near the end of the night, there was actually these 3 girls that were celebrating a birthday. And, started talking to them, bullshitting. It was a good interaction. And then we were talking. I did the hand of God of one of them, which I've never done, so I guess that's a good thing. And then got physical with her, started touching her back and stuff like that. Same thing. She didn't move my hand or didn't pull away. Just danced a little bit together. Was talking with their friends, making sure everybody was involved. And then left with them to a different venue. And then, just kind of hung around in the background with them. Chit-chatting a little bit, but mainly I was quiet. And then, danced with that chick again. Then after that, after the club closed, went outside to go with them to get something to eat. And then just talked some more, touched her some more. While we exchanged Snapchats, because we took a snap together and I told her to send it to me. Never received it, but I was giving her shit about that. So then finally she just gave me her number, and then stayed with them till their Uber came. And basically that was it. There was one point where I don't know if she remembers, but I did tell him that I was struggling that night. Like, I couldn't gain momentum for some reason, which probably psyched me out and, made me feel more like that. You know what I mean? I've noticed that I walk away from sets too early sometimes. Like, I usually try to stay until, because I usually get the, well, nice to meet you shit all the time. And sometimes, but I also feel like their body language isn't really showing that they're interested. So I just, make a little bit of chit chat, and if, they don't engage, then I just walk away. There's one chick though, that chick that bought me the shot told me to wait for her because she was going to the bathroom, and I did for like 5 minutes. But then I just started approaching more sets. And then I'm also noticing that at the end of every night that I game, I come home dead tired. Now, I don't know. I don't try and think about any time I get rejected. I just move to the next set. I make a conscious effort to laugh it off. And, just move to the next one. I don't know though, maybe I also feel like I'm putting on a character, and I'm trying to find my authentic self, but I don't know what the hell that means, honestly. Like, I feel like the person that I am is my authentic self, but, if that's the case, then I shouldn't be literally feeling physically fatigued by the time the night's over. Let's see. Also, yeah, I don't know. I mean, approaching's getting easier for sure, but I struggle swinging through the opener sometimes and pulling. I don't know what it is, why I can't pull, why I can't seem to pull. I don't know if it's because I've only been doing it for about 5 months or what I'm doing wrong. Like, we went out for the free tour. One of the guys that was there, who said he was doing it for about 13 years, him and his friend, they told me I had a verbal game. I was really good with handling negs. I should have smiled more, or I should smile more. Oh, and one thing he did tell me, when you're at the bar, like at the actual bar, and there's chairs, that you always want to, like, if there's a girl sitting in the chair, and you're approaching her, you want to basically hand of God her to get her out of the chair, and then you sit down so it looks like she's approaching you. And I did that. There was this one two set that I was talking to. It was going okay. I mean, they were sort of engaging. And then, weirdly enough, I leaned against the bar, like standing up, and I leaned against it. And I faced him. And that kind of changed the interaction a little bit. Now, granted, they still walked away. They didn't tell me it was nice to meet you. They just said, oh, we're going to the bathroom. And then I kind of just gave up. But I noticed that if you, like, are approaching girls that are at the bar and there's no chairs, if you lean your back against the bar and just, conversate with them that way, it actually changes the dynamic, like the way the interaction is going, which is weird. It's, I don't know, I guess, alpha thing. But yeah, I mean, I'm hoping the girl whose number I did get, or the Snapchat I did get, does become a day two. We'll see how that goes, but I'll be back at it tomorrow night for night two, and I will report back with what happened night two.